Hello, and welcome to Emotional Coping Skills. My name is Danielle Graham, and I'm a clinical psychologist working in Glasgow. I'm going to be here with you, taking you through these materials. This first video is an introduction to the programme. I'm going to begin by explaining what I mean by emotional coping skills. In a nutshell, these are practical skills that you can use to manage unpleasant emotions. The skills that we teach are from a therapy called dialectical behaviour therapy, and they were adapted into this format by Isabel Clark, consultant clinical psychologist. We will cover 4 key areas of emotional coping. Mindfulness, which is how you manage a wandering mind and keep yourself more focused on the present. Emotional regulation, which is how you keep your emotions more balanced on a day-to-day basis. Distress tolerance, which is how you cope when you are in high distress. And relationship skills, which are about how you communicate and manage healthy relationships. You might be wondering who these materials are for, and indeed whether they will be suitable for you. We think that these skills will be of particular benefit to those who experience intense emotions, find these intense emotions overwhelming and difficult to manage, and resort to less helpful ways of managing these emotions, such as self-harm, using alcohol or drugs, or avoidance. However, as humans, the experience of unpleasant emotion is difficult to tolerate. None of us walking this earth find managing emotions easy, so these skills really are of benefit to us all. This might be the first time that you've used digital materials like this, so let's now have a think about how best to use these materials. The materials are divided into 8 sessions, which are designed to be completed in order. Each session covers a particular set of skills that you can use to manage your emotions. Take your time and make sure you feel comfortable with the materials in one session before moving on to the next. You will notice that each session builds on the last. We will invite you to try out some skills in between sessions, so it's important that you leave a gap of at least a few days between them. This between-session practice will really help you to understand and develop the skills we are teaching. We know that those who get the most out of these skills are those who practice. Make sure you go at your own pace. The materials have been designed to give you plenty of space to pause and reflect on what you're hearing. Feel free to pause, rewind, repeat as much as you like. These are your materials. Make them work for you. You might also find it helpful to have a pen and paper or an open Word document on your computer ready, so you can jot down any thoughts you have as you work through the sessions. To help structure your time, it might be helpful to plan ahead and block out the same time each week where you will work on the materials. You might benefit from the support of others. Your CPN or another key worker is available to support you with the work. Or you might like someone else you know and trust to help. Before we begin the sessions, it's helpful to have a think about what you're hoping to achieve through this work. This programme can help you to decrease the following behaviours: avoidance, worry and rumination, mood swings, impulsiveness, problems with relationships, and confusion about the self, reality, and distorted thinking. We also aim to help you to increase the following behaviours: tackling things even when they feel uncertain and cause anxiety, emotional regulation, tolerating distress, and core mindfulness skills, and people skills, how you get on better with others. Before we move on, I'd like you to pause and look over these 2 slides on goals. Can you identify one behaviour to decrease and one behaviour to increase, which would make a difference to your life right now? How did you get on? Have you been able to identify something? Keep these goals in your mind as we go through the sessions and keep a check on how you feel you're progressing towards them. You're now ready to move on to session 1 of the programme.